Hello! Coming right back in for a second little battle here. So we're going to play as, who knows? Let's I know. Let's go with the Kuzates, who are the Proto-Mongolian faction, and we'll pick Temun. and we are going to steal Temun! Alright, so we're going to do that, and we'll fight against the Azurai. Let's find someone who looks Azuranian. Azurai? Ah, okay, we'll go with this man. So, we're gonna go with... Alright. There. Okay. Do. Sorry that this isn't the most interesting part, but you know we had to do it to him. Alright, there we go. Let's pick a map. We'll fight in the desert. In fall. Okay. Let's start. Ooh. Oh boy. This is the first bit of lag that I've seen. Okay, great, we're back.
After me!
Okay, so I think I mentioned oh man, you got a nice voice there.
With me!
Man, you're scary.
Arrows!
Wow.
Forward! Soldiers! Move out!
Oh man, sorry. There's different custom voices for characters that you can pick from, and I didn't remember. I've never heard that voice. I haven't heard that voice yet, so I got super distracted by it. Yeah, so this game is not a sequel, but a prequel to the original big release of Warband. It's a prequel to it. So in this, oh boy. Okay, yeah. So this game is a prequel. I mean, I guess you could call it the third. It's complicated because there was the first kind of game, which wasn't actually a game so much as it was a buyable demo with like two factions, and it was someone's college project that you could just happen to be able to buy if you wanted to. So I would call that game 0. The first game was actually put out by like a developer in a studio in proper and not made in someone's basement. And that was, oh boy, we're going down. All right, so the first game was oh boy, oh no, I think we're losing. Oh man, gotta. Yeah, well, maybe we're not losing, but I lost. I'm out, but at least I can talk more about this game. So, the original game that was put out in the 2000s was 2010s. It was set in like the year like 1200 or something. And the idea was that the lore of the game was that there was this big empire, and for some reason it fell apart, and from that you had 6 factions. Although these not all these factions were necessarily part of the Empire historically, they were just kind of what rose from the collapse. So here we're playing in Bannerlord is the prequel to it in like the 1000s, about 150 years or so before the first big release. And in Bannerlords, you're the one last hurrah before the Empire's total collapse. The Empire now in this game is based on the Byzantine Empire, which I think is kind of cool because the Roman Empire and the British Empires are, well, I mean, they're kind of overrated. Everything's about everything comes down to that. So you have the kind of Byzantine flavored of these guys, and there's a 3-way civil war going on. And to make things even worse, the emperor it happened because the emperor died under mysterious circumstances, and so there's a 3-way civil war over basically who becomes the emperor. But while that's going on, there's different factions. So you have the Empire here, but on the overgame map there's 3 different factions of the Empire, north, west, and south. Then you have the Sturgians, who have a kind of a Nordic kind of flavor. The Azurai, who are based on like, I think like the Saranids Sultanate. It's kind of like Egyptian-esque, although, you know, don't quote me on that. It's because there's different kind of cultures within it. You have Valandians, who are kind of like this they're kind of like a pioneer faction, although they look more like the typical what's the word? I think the word I would say is they're kind of like Western European knights or whatever. Then you have the Battanians, who are kind of like Celtic, Hillans, and then you have the Kuzates, who are Proto-Mongolians before the Hordes. The Hordes. Yes. So let's get ourselves another hero to fight with here. Oh boy. So we'll, for this quick second battle, because the first one went a little too quickly, we'll go with Valandian. And oh my god. There! Okay, this one's the best that we'll get. And then we'll need a Battanian, Carfid. There. Okay. Another... this. And there. Okay, let's start another battle. So, yeah, you can see that these guys have a bit more of that European flavor style. They have a big that's a lot of crossbows.
Archers, forward! Footmen, forward! Shields up!
Unfortunately, this
After me!
commanding character doesn't have any. Boy. You don't quite have enough. I don't have enough legs. I'll need another 4 in order to catch up with these guys. So we'll use our cavalry defensively. And oh boy. So, yeah, in this game, it's the one last hurrah for the Empire. But at the same time, you have other factions here, like the Valandians, who are fighting against the Batanians. And they're all... they want their own piece of the pie. And you get yourself in this bit of a pickle. All of these different factions doing their whole war and peace spiel. And through the sandbox campaign, you play as a mercenary, a traitor, whatever, and you try and oh man, I forgot, the Batanians love their bows. I think even regular infantry in some cases have bows. Oh boy. Okay, well, we're gonna advance there, boys, and you guys keep doing that thing. The country loves you. Okay. So the Blandings here are advancing. Let's hopefully our shields don't break while we go. Man, I kind of forgot what I was talking about. I have a feeling we're not going to win this one, boys. I'm not feeling too confident. They're falling back. For good reason. Oh boy. Oh boy. Gotta focus here. Well, I got annihilated. There's a campaign, and you start with like no armor and weapons or anything. Well, I mean basic armor and weapons that are like just regular clothing and like a pitchfork or whatever, depending on what kind of how you start off, what kind of game start you pick, and then from there you kind of make yourself impenetrable and like a force to be reckoned with personally, because you get this like big armor and weapons, and you destroy anything in your path. As well, you build up personal stats. So I've been getting kind of like late into a different campaign, into like an actual campaign. So I was thinking, I was feeling a little cocky there that I would be able to just run forward into like that. So as you see, we're pretty much losing there. Ah, well. Hey, that's not nice. Okay, you already said that. So. Oh boy. Oh no. They're beating my boys. Yeah, so so in the there's prequel. So this is the sequel, but it's in a prequel setting. There's the Empire, and it's in its one last hurrah. You can either help bring the Empire down, or give it, or unite it one last time. And it's ooh. This horse boy. Yeah, you can either bring it down or give it one last go at reuniting it. And it's a pretty cool scenario for a sandbox campaign. Ugh. So, and Blade 2 Bannerlord. I think we've pretty solidly lost that one. So we'll end it from there. Retreat. All right. Thanks for listening to that one. We're gonna do one more little battle, and it will be a siege. See you then.